school. Um, I never had a good job. But
What if I told you that, in just 5 minutes, you can take the first step to transform your life in a miraculous way? It seems too good to be true, right? Well, know that this transformation begins now, with something as simple as hearing these words and, more importantly, believing them. The law of attraction isn't just an abstract idea, it's a powerful force that you can use to attract whatever you want, and best of all, with minimal effort. That's right. The secret is to understand that you already have within yourself everything you need to create the life of your dreams. It's not magic, it's physics, and Bob Proctor knows that better than anyone. Get ready to discover the power your mind has, and how you can start applying it immediately to see real results. And do you want to know the best? This can all happen right now, as soon as you open your mind to what you are about to learn. Shall we do this? Have you ever stopped to think about the energy your thoughts carry? It's amazing how they are like little magnets that shape everything around us. When you fixate on something, be it a dream or a fear, this vibrational energy begins to work silently, attracting situations that reflect exactly what is on your mind. For example, have you ever noticed that when you wake up in a bad mood, it seems like your whole day has gone wrong? It's no coincidence, it's the power of thoughts acting as a mirror of your inner reality. And that's not all, thoughts have a specific frequency, like radio stations. If you're constantly thinking about scarcity, like "I never have money," the universe takes that as a request, and guess what it delivers? More lack of money. But if you change that thought to something like "I attract abundance into my life," the vibration changes, and opportunities begin to appear in an almost magical way. Want a practical example? Try this now. Close your eyes for a minute and imagine a positive situation that you want, like getting a new job or being healthier. Visualize every detail, feel as if it were already real. This not only instantly improves your mood, but also begins to align your energy with what you want to attract. It's like adjusting the tuning of an antenna to pick up the right channel. But of course, thought alone is just the beginning. It is the trigger for a much deeper and more fascinating process. After all, what really makes the magic happen is the vibration that accompanies that thought. And about that, we talk now. Everything in the universe vibrates, including you. From the sound of music to the frequency of your heart, everything is energy in motion. The law of vibration teaches that it is not what you want, but the frequency at which you vibrate that determines what you attract. Think about it. Have you ever tried to attract something, but nothing seemed to happen? The reason is simple: your internal vibration was not aligned with that. It's like trying to listen to the radio without tuning into the right station, impossible to pick up the signal. The simplest way to understand this is to observe your emotions. When you feel joy, gratitude, or enthusiasm, you are vibrating at a high frequency, attracting more things that resonate with that energy. On the other hand, feelings like anger, fear, or doubt lower your vibration. Imagine someone who complains all the time. Unpleasant situations seem to haunt them, don't they? This is no coincidence, but rather the law working with precision. Do you want to change your vibration? Try simple yet powerful actions. One tip is to start the day with something that lifts your mood, such as listening to uplifting music or exercising. Another practice is to observe the thoughts that dominate your mind and replace them with more positive ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't handle this," tell yourself, "I'm learning something valuable from this experience." It seems small, but it makes a huge difference. And when you start to align your vibration with what you want, doors start to open. But there is one crucial detail that we cannot ignore: your feelings. They are like the engine that drives your vibration. Let's explore this further now. You know that good feeling you get when something incredible happens? This is exactly what you need to cultivate to attract what you want. Feelings are like the fuel of the law of attraction. They bring thoughts to life and transform them into powerful energy. It's no use just thinking about a dream, you need to feel as if it were already reality. After all, the universe responds more to what you feel than to what you say or think. For example, imagine that you want to attract prosperity. It's not enough to say "I'm prosperous" if, deep down, you're overwhelmed by the anxiety of paying the bills. Instead, aim to evoke the feeling of already living abundantly. Close your eyes, take a deep breath and imagine yourself buying something you want, feeling the security of having money left over. This simple exercise aligns your emotions with what you want to manifest. A practical tip is to use music or even movies to elevate your emotions. Do you remember a scene that deeply inspired you? Watch it again, immerse yourself in it, and notice how your mood changes almost instantly. Another practice is to keep a feelings diary, where you write down everything good that happens in your day. This helps you focus on the positive and train your mind to vibrate at a high frequency. And when you start to master your feelings, everything transforms. But there is a secret ingredient that further enhances this emotional connection: gratitude. And I'm not just talking about being grateful for what you already have, but also for what's on the way. Let's explore this now. Gratitude is like a powerful magnet that attracts everything you want. When you give thanks, even before something happens, you are sending the universe a clear message: I trust that this is already mine. It's almost like placing an order at a restaurant and saying thank you before receiving the dish. Doesn't it seem obvious? But the magic lies precisely in this act of early recognition. It creates such a positive vibe that life begins to conspire in your favor. Try a simple practice. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. It could be something small, like the smell of coffee in the morning, or something bigger, like an unexpected opportunity. If you want to go further, include things that haven't happened yet, but that you already believe are on the way. For example, I am deeply grateful for my new dream job, or I am grateful for the perfect health I now enjoy. Little by little, you will realize that gratitude becomes a natural state. And there's more: gratitude has the power to completely change your perspective. Imagine someone who is always complaining. For that person, everything seems difficult, doesn't it? Now, think of someone who is grateful even for difficulties. This second individual not only faces challenges more lightly, but also attracts solutions and opportunities much more easily. The difference lies in the vibrational frequency that each one chooses to emit. When you make gratitude a habit, your energy changes and your vibration rises almost automatically. But what happens when you combine this with your imagination? That's where creative visualization comes in, one of the most potent methods for manifesting your desires. Let's dive into this now. Visualizing is like building the future inside your mind. When you imagine something with clarity and emotion, you are creating a vibrational blueprint for the universe to manifest. The key here is to delve into the details. Don't just imagine superficially, you need to transport yourself to the scene as if you were living it now. Have you tried? Close your eyes and imagine the sound, the smell, the colors, and even the emotions. It's like directing a movie, except you're the protagonist and the screenwriter. For example, if your dream is to buy a house, visualize each room in detail. Feel the touch of the walls, hear the footsteps echoing on the floor, imagine the decoration exactly how you want it. And most importantly, feel the joy of already living there. This feeling is the secret that transforms visualization into a true request to the universe. When you mix emotion and imagination, the result is like sending a super powerful radio signal. Want a practical tip? Create a vision board. Gather images, words, and symbols that represent what you want. Place this chart in a place where you will see it every day. Another option is to set aside 10 minutes a day to close your eyes and enter a state of meditation, where you mentally experience what you want. This not only raises your vibration, but also strengthens your belief that everything is already on the way. But don't forget, the words you use during this process also make all the difference. This is where positive affirmations come into play, and they have the power to reprogram your mind for success. Let's explore this together now. Words have power, and positive affirmations are living proof of that. When you repeat phrases that reinforce what you want, you are literally reprogramming your mind. It's like planting seeds in your subconscious. The issue is that we often let negative thoughts dominate, like "I'm not good enough" or "this will never work out." These phrases sabotage your chances before they even start. But the good news is that, with consistency, you can turn the tide. To start, choose affirmations that resonate with your desires. For example, if you want to attract prosperity, say, "I am worthy of abundance and money flows easily to me." If you are looking for more confidence, say, "I believe in my potential and I am capable of overcoming any challenge." Repeat these phrases every day, preferably in the morning and before bed. This is the time when your mind is most receptive to absorb these messages. A powerful tip is to use a mirror while doing your affirmations. Look into your eyes and say the sentences with conviction, as if you were speaking directly to your soul. It may seem strange at first, but this simple gesture creates a deeper connection and strengthens the message. Another technique is to record your affirmations and listen to them throughout the day as a constant reminder of who you are becoming. Affirmations are not just words, but the basis of a belief. When you repeat something emotionally and frequently, your brain begins to accept it as truth. And believe me, the strength of belief can accelerate its manifestations in surprising ways. Speaking of which, let's explore the crucial role of belief now. Believing is the element that turns desire into reality. If you think about something, but deep down you doubt it is possible, you are sabotaging the process. Belief is like the gear that keeps the entire system running. When you truly believe something will happen, your body, mind and emotions automatically align, creating the perfect environment for manifestation. This is why so many people fail. They want it, but they don't really believe it. Think about someone who applied for a dream job. If this person doubts their abilities, they will probably not be confident during the interview. Now imagine someone who firmly believes that they already deserve that position. This energy of certainty is perceived and makes all the difference. In the context of the law of attraction, this unwavering faith is what makes your intentions irresistible to the universe. But how to strengthen belief? Start by surrounding yourself with evidence, even if it's small. For example, if you want prosperity, look for signs of abundance around you, a bill paid easily, an unexpected gift, or even a discount that appeared at the right time. Each of these events is proof that energy is flowing in the right direction. Write down these small achievements to reinforce your confidence in the process. And remember, believing doesn't mean just passively waiting. True faith inspires movement, that is, actions that reflect what you want to attract. And speaking of action, there is a special type that enhances everything: inspired action. Let's talk about this now. The law of attraction does not say to passively wait for things to happen. On the contrary, it requires you to take actions in line with what you want. But I'm not talking about any action, but inspired action. It's one that comes from a deep place, where you feel an inner pull, as if something inside you says, "Now is the time to act." When you are aligned with your goals, the action you take flows easily and is much more effective. Imagine you want to open a business. Instead of waiting for an opportunity, you start researching, networking, and creating plans. But in the process, something unexpected happens. Someone shows up with the perfect information or connection you didn't even know you needed. This is inspired action. You take the necessary steps, but with a certain fluidity, as if you were being guided. The true magic of the law of attraction happens in this alignment. Now, a good way to recognize inspired action is to pay attention to your feelings. When you are in the flow, you feel pleasure, satisfaction, something more in the tasks you perform. And most importantly, you don't feel forced or overwhelmed. On the contrary, the feeling is that everything fits together naturally. And when you allow yourself this freedom, doors open much more easily. The secret, then, is not to worry about planning everything down to the smallest detail, but to listen to your intuition and act as opportunities arise. Now, since we're talking about action, it's really worth talking about how to clear the internal obstacles that may arise, such as doubts and negativity. Let's explore this now. Doubt is one of the biggest blocks you can have when manifesting your desires. When you constantly question yourself about your abilities or whether what you are doing is right, you create an energy of uncertainty that goes against what you want to attract. The good news is that you have the power to eliminate these doubts and negativities. Just learn to identify them and replace them with more positive and constructive thoughts. A practical tip is to start observing your thoughts. When doubt arises, ask yourself, is this really true? Often, the doubts we have are not based on facts, but on unfounded fears. Instead of continuing to entertain these thoughts, replace them with affirmations or mental images of success. If you are afraid of failing at something, visualize yourself overcoming the difficulty, and feel the emotion of having already overcome it. Another way to remove negativity is to limit your contact with sources that reinforce these thoughts. It could be television, toxic people, or even certain types of music or reading. Replace it with content that raises your vibration. Listen to motivational podcasts, read personal development books, and try to surround yourself with people who believe in your potential. This favorable environment is essential to keep your energy clean and aligned with your desires. Remember, doubt is a shadow that disappears when you focus on the light. And by getting negativity out of your way, you prepare your mind for the next step in the process: patience and trust. The universe has its time, but that doesn't mean you should stop believing. Let's talk more about this now. The universe has its own rhythm, and it often doesn't fit into our schedule. Patience, in this context, does not mean waiting idly. Rather, it is full confidence that, regardless of how things are unfolding at the moment, what you want is already on the way. It's like planting a seed and caring for it with love, without rushing, trusting that it will sprout at the right time. I know, sometimes it's difficult. It seems like what we want never comes, and anxiety starts to hit. But remember, the law of attraction works when you can maintain your positive energy, regardless of what is happening around you. If you become agitated, doubting the process, this creates a frequency of scarcity and delays your manifestations even further. Trust is what guarantees that what you want will happen, but at the perfect time. If you truly believe in the process, there is no need to worry. Confidence is a powerful force that makes energy move in the right direction. And to cultivate that confidence, think about what you've accomplished so far. Every little step you took was a confirmation that the universe is cooperating. Focusing on past victories reinforces the belief that you are on the right path. Patience is a daily exercise. Keep doing your part, keep keeping your frequency high, and trust that the universe is working for you. Now, with all these principles, you are ready to apply everything and start seeing incredible changes in your life. Now that you know the power of the law of attraction and how to use it to your advantage, the question is, are you ready to take control of your life and start applying everything you've learned? It's not just about waiting, but about acting with confidence, wisdom, and, above all, patience. The universe is already conspiring in your favor, but true transformation begins when you make daily decisions that align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with what you want. And the only thing you need to do now is start. So what are you going to do first? Are you going to wait for the change to happen on its own, or are you going to take the first step towards the life you've always dreamed of? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because the path to your transformation has just begun, and I will be here to guide you at each stage of this journey. Let's make it happen together.